friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope everybody is having a great day today. I know I'm having a great day because I get to sit here and talk to you guys about movies, which is something we all love. Guys, before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notified when I drop new and interesting content. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about a documentary from 2018 directed by Brian Stillman and Kelly Slagle. Now, it's streaming on Prime, Tubi, and Freevee if you guys want to check it out, which I highly recommend you do. It is called Dungeons and Dragons, or The Art of Dungeons and Dragons, Eye of the Beholder. Guys, this was really, really interesting. Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know, I am a big Dungeons and Dragons fan. I'm a big fantasy aficionado, okay? I like dragons. I like trolls. I like vampires and werewolves. I like goblins and orcs and giants and frost giants and elementals and golems. You name it, I love it. I love fantasy in general, and I love Dungeons and Dragons. I like the movies, I like the books, I like the novels, the Forgotten Realm novels. I love D&D. So when I saw this on the streaming platforms, I was browsing and I said, you know what, I've got to check this out. I have got to, see what this is about. And this explores the early years of D&D and the art that goes into those manuals, like The Curse of Strahd, Tombs of Annihilation, the Mad Magician's Menagerie, all that kind of stuff. That is just, when you buy those modules, when you buy those game manuals, the art is what draws you in. It puts you in that setting where you're having that adventure with your friends. It puts you in that headspace of, this is what's happening right now. Not only are you reading these books and you're getting this lore and this backstory for these characters that you're seeing, that you're encountering in the game. Not only are you doing that, but it's giving you illustrated, full color, beautiful artwork it's not just still paintings. It's not like you're looking at a Picasso. It's not like you're looking at a Keating or anything like that. Everything is action, right? And let's face it, Frank Frazetta really, back when he started doing the Conan novels and stuff, he really upped the ante when it came to fantasy artwork and things of that nature. So when D&D really took off, Frazetta and people like that were the ones that contributed the artwork to the manuals and to things that showed these action sequences of, say, a goblin stealing treasure from a dragon, or a giant smashing his, club down on the shield of a paladin, or something like that. You get these beautifully illustrated and detailed pieces of artwork in these manuals, and that's what this really explores. It explores the different artists of the times, from the 80s up until, most recently, like 2018, when the documentary was made. It shows these people, and, for the life of me, I can't remember any of their names off the top of my head, and I forgot to write them down before I started filming. But, these guys, if you look them up, if you look up Dungeons and Dragons artists, you will find the people that this is about. You know what I mean? You will find the people that this documentary focuses on, and you will see their artwork when you Google their names. And it is stunning. It's not only, beautiful, but the color palettes. Some of them are very surreal. Some of them are almost kind of comic booky looking, Some of them are very dreamlike and ethereal. And I love that there are so many different people that are getting to, express themselves, but show their talent through these works of art. And the thing is, this documentary really explores, how their work structure worked back then. It wasn't like, okay, you come in, you draw your stuff, you turn it in, and that's your day. Like, you understand that in the beginning, it was like the Wild West. These guys were just drawing stuff at home, submitting it to, fantasy magazines, and people would publish it. But then when Dungeons and Dragons came out, and Dragon Magazine and that kind of stuff, these people were submitting it to them, And then they would in turn be like, hey, do you want to submit for Dungeons and, the game? And so they'd be like, yeah, and that's how some of these guys got their big breaks. And not only did they work for the Dungeons and Dragons folks, but they work in video games, comic books, just art in general. Some of these guys have really, really, renowned pieces of work. Like for Frank Frazetta, for instance, the Death Dealer painting. And it's, a legendary piece of fantasy artwork. There's a Red Dragon painting by one of the guys in this that talks about how that's an influential piece of Dungeons and Dragons artwork and fantasy artwork and all, because of the way that he styled the dragon compared to past iterations of the dragon. He made it more feline-like, and less reptile. It's just the things that they talk about in this, the things they explore. For a D&D nerd, for a fantasy nerd, it was like being in a candy store, just learning about all these different, aspects of why they drew a giant this way, or why this dragon looks more cat-like, or why this dragon looks more like a bear, or, why does the owlbear look like an owlbear? That kind of thing. I just absolutely loved this documentary. And if you're a nerd like me, even if you're not a nerd like me, and you just appreciate beautiful artwork, this is a documentary you should definitely check out, guys. It is on Prime Video, Tubi, and Freevee, if you guys want to check it out, and it's definitely worth it. I highly recommend it. Thanks for stopping in, guys, and taking a little bit of time out of your day to talk about the art of Dungeons and Dragons, Eye of the Beholder. Guys, this is something that's really, really good. You should check it out. But that's it, guys. Thanks for stopping in. If you haven't done it already, hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, I am going to keep making them, my friends, as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.